Hello, Serafina. Are you back? Oh, no. It looks like I can't post on Twitter using posted here. Apparently I have to have a subscription and I am not going to pay even much. Wait.
Dear, it's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here!
For a second, I thought that the game resetted the phone.
Looks like someone needs help. Let's go check it out.
POV. She really has a lesbian flag on her face. I actually never thought what those colors may mean. But yeah, it doesn't really fit her design. Her design more reminds me about Ace flag. You know what I mean? But there is no black. There's no black. There's the only color missing. Ooh, plain. I got switch dropped next. Okay, so what was our objective? Mr. Young?
Thank you for everything you've done. I'll be waiting here.
Aren't you a little too eager to leave them alone? I thought you were supposed to watch them. Especially someday. We can switch POV. Where we are at in the story now. Okay, so we did bullet and brain. Oh, and this is the last thing? This is the last thing before the culmination of all the POVs into one. Okay, I can live with that. I really like this new storytelling feature. It really allows you to see the story in more broad way and allows for fixing some storytelling issues. Because you can separate everything by POVs and the story has better structure that way. I personally also favor POVs narrations when I write.
Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? It's about the size of the cap on my Soul Glad bottle. If I just reached out my hand, I could grab the moon, couldn't I?
Maybe in a dream.
The moon? You mean the Grand Theater?
Yeah. Look at me. I've been away from home for too long. I must be missing that moon.
Oh, is he drunk?
But it's no big deal. The Grand Theater here looks much better than the moon back home. It's just magnificent. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony. How short-sighted.
Selling everything you had? Why would you go to such lengths?
Why? Can't you see? Life back home is miserable. It's not really living at all.
I wonder where this guy comes from. A lot of tragic planets in the universe.
It's better to be here at Pinnacle. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams. You can do whatever you want. That's what I call living. Yeah, now this is the life.
Is this truly living?
I wouldn't call it living.
Huh? What did you say, young lady? I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on Glock's Avenue can be dangerous. How about I ask a Bloodhound family member to escort you to Ideen Park over there, so you can continue enjoying your sweet dream?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Wow, no wonder you were the leader of this sweet dream. You're totally a lifesaver. See you around, Mr. Sunday, and it was nice chatting with you.
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. But why do they live like this? The man we ran into, he doesn't seem happy at all. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But for him, they're the only way to survive, even if it means giving up on reality. That's not really living at all.
I suppose you have a point. But, in my opinion, that's how most people live their lives.
I'm so suspicious of this guy. Not only did he put our poor adventure into literal mind torture, he also invents that.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living, but that's not quite accurate. Even without Penacony, people create their own illusions called self-value.
And how does it justify anything?
People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value means gaining power, and those deemed worthless are seen as the weak. However, value doesn't come out of thin air, and there's a limit to it. To accumulate value, people have to take from others. So, the weak get exploited and oppressed.
You know what? I don't entirely agree, but I know what he's getting at. But I feel like he's only seeing value or accumulated value as money. So when you accumulate money, you automatically accumulate value for yourself and power because you are raising the top. But you can't accumulate other types of value in that way. For example, no matter how long and how hard you bully someone, you will never feel better about yourself. So there are some kinds of value that are not able to be accumulated in that way, and you can't also exploit anybody else to accumulate more of them, because those values are different. So that's why I disagree with him here. I know that he's referring to how the society looks right now, but I disagree that this is the only way that it can be done. Also, people can also give themselves value without having to borrow from someone else, while other people need others to assign them value. For example, when someone is very determined and brave and courageous and ambitious, they can give themselves value. Like, they can think of themselves as valuable person. They can set some certain requirement that translates to their value as a human being in their own eyes, and can also influence their value in eyes of others. While other people need others to assign them value because they are unable to assign it themselves. Because they are, for example, they have self-esteem issues. So they need other people's validation to establish value, because they are unable to do it in another way. But it's not exploitation in either way. The only exploitation she is referring here to is the exploitation of the system's power and accumulating of value in form of currency/power.
Are you suggesting that this is not how things should be?
Of course it should be, as it is.
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it, because they uphold the illusory notion of self-value, and even the weak believe in it.
Ah, so this is what he meant by self-value. I thought that he meant self-value before in, like, people deluding themselves. But he meant it like what I said a few minutes ago, that people can assign value to themselves and to others.
The survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from.
Oh.
People come to the sweet dream in Penacony to escape from that reality and find solace.
I hate this idiom. It's always used in the wrong way. It's the same for the lonely as wolf. Those are like two idioms that are used in complete opposite meaning that they are representing. Like, wolves are never lonely, they live in packs, so you can't be lonely as a wolf. It doesn't work that way. And survival of the fittest isn't about strong will survive and weak will fall and die. It's about your ability to fit. Like, your ability to fit, but also your ability to adapt. Because you adapt to fit into a niche or environment in order to survive. So it's not used in the way as people use it, and it always angers me so much. Because I hate it. Why people have to always distort the meaning of things?
No tragedies exist here, only happiness. Although in its nascent form. Isn't that the same paradise we yearn for in our dreams?
Maybe.
Perhaps that man is just an exception. Let's not jump to conclusions. We should experience the dreamscape ourselves. Just as I did at Dreamflux Reef.
So you never experienced Penacony before? What were you doing all this time?
Yes. Seeing is believing. I'll accompany you. The Dream Master hasn't shown up yet, so we have some time for a stroll.
I wonder if exercising in dreams.
A peculiarly designed telephone is fixed in place, waiting for a curious passerby to pick up its receiver. Ring ring! Good evening, esteemed guest. Would you be interested in making a Dream Peak call today? Dial the Dream Peak call. Ring ring ring! I'm sorry, but there is currently no one available to connect you to your dream peak call. Please ensure that at least one of your friends in your contact is in deep sleep and try again.
I wonder if exercising in dreams actually works.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along? We're all so excited about it.
Sure. Let me check if La 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 la. Let's go. Okay.
It's going smoothly. Thanks for making the trip to join the festival.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe celebrating day and night. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect for me.
Okay.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
Nah, not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun?
Normal people.
Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room, this place is the ultimate paradise.
I think I get the feeling that it's Sunday who's speaking the people we talked to. At least he was trying to convince Robin that she's wrong. Bring her back to his side.
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long-living species. I only have around 60 or 70 years in this lifetime, and there's so much to worry about. Being happy here is pure bliss. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. Who would want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss?
I see. I genuinely wish you all the happiness in the world.
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
I feel like something is wrong. Yeah, Robin is also not happy about it.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. I could sense her genuine happiness. It's just that...
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream. Once she steps out of this sanctuary, everything will be lost.
Exactly.
Well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room. Didn't she?
However, the paradise in our dreams, it doesn't have to end.
Why is he like on one? Why he's like says a sentence you can agree with, and then next second he says something that makes him sketchy. Like first he's like, oh, she thinks she's in control, but she can bring it back, and then second later he's like, but we don't have to let the paradise in our dreams to end. What is your point? Because I feel like we were jumping from one to another.
No. And the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either.
Well, she understands him, so he was referring to some other kind of dream, like a real dream, like a dream about the future and not dream? Because he's getting confusing, seriously. It's hard to keep up with him. Chirp, there is no treasure in this trash can either. I will find some treasure one day. What is happening? Wow, this kid is so close to dying.
The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you. Do you mind if we chat?
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left. Please, forgive me for being blunt. But is that why you came to Penacony?
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Sarkosian mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive materials. And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. I couldn't bear to live with everything I knew gone. That's when I heard about a possible solution here, so I came.
How heart-wrenching. I hope the family has been able to help you.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos, and a stellar team of caregivers. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, rational, and no different from any other person. But I can't say the same for the me in the hotel room.
This sounds like Sword Art Online. And Yuki case.
My true appearance? Well, I hope you never have to witness it, Robin.
So, you'll be living forever in this dreamscape, right?
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. Whether it's in this dreamscape or not, well, I don't really have much say in the matter. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, even if this whole place is an illusion, it's still my paradise, and I'll treasure every moment I spend here. How I envy those everlasting things.
Oh, okay. Valid.
That old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately, this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to for the rest of his life.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However, even this sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned, it can't completely eliminate pain in reality.
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
Why does he sound like Kokolia right now? Why do I have a feeling that he has some relation to the Stellaroid? And he's trying to turn dream into reality. I saw a chest and I need to come back for it because I will forget. But where is it now? I don't see it now. Where is my phone? Ah.
Isn't this a dream?
Fake Robin!
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Wait, is that me?
It's not really you. It's Sparkle!
Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you enjoy yourself?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive and cowardly.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family.
Lol.
You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles. Don't you think?
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I've no idea what you're planning?
Ooh.
I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm pretty sure our lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. After all, you're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of harmony. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
What's the rush, chicken wing boy? Did I get to you?
Probably.
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part, and now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin. Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts.
How long did you not see each other?
Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
I spot an issue. I feel the sun.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother. The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only offers an escape from reality. Nothing more.
Will this game pit the siblings against each other?
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost himself.
And
That might be true, but even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far as I know, the Intelligentsia Guild has been promoting their rehabilitation techniques for a long time now.
yeah, Intelligentsia Guild, the place where doctoration.
That path may have been more ordinary and challenging, but now he is receiving hospice care in a comatose state, and his fate is sealed.
Exactly.
Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Like he's the second, is true. The first could be only a temporary solace.
Well, don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future.
Wow, he is such a bitch! Do you see this? Do you hear it? The bitch came out!
The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death.
He's coming back to this think.
Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah, we took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony, I opened the cage and set it free.
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you. Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
Exactly. Also, those are different dreamscapes, like above in the cloud. That explains why the sky in the lowest level looks like looking at the very bright country from the stratosphere.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Do you mean penguins? Do you mean penguin?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen eon?
He's a doomer, isn't he? He's a doomer.
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value.
I thought power was inherently against self-value in your mind. See, he was always soft.
While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become heroes in their lifetime.
Well, not everybody has to be a hero.
Some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
So he equals value to future? I feel like this is a stretch.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream. Human nature contains greatness, but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that can't be eradicated.
Can I slap him? I want to slap him.
In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
And you again used the phrase in the wrong meaning. Can people stop using in the wrong meaning? Can I live long enough to see people come back to the proper meaning of this phrase, please?
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which Eon can make our dreams come true?
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir. I want to sing with everyone and spread our wishes so that all can feel happiness and joy.
I see. Then, I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's just that it includes your wish and everyone else's. I long for a true paradise where everyone can find peace.
True villain origin story.
Then, let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes come true through the power of the harmonious choir.
It's a deal then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a chord master?
Maybe you'll have to become a star first.
Eight to 10 hours.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Since he's already carried out his last wish, my final mission is complete. But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread.
Well, I am so surprised.
Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude, staking everything on some nameless in the future? But you have the numbers. And in numbers comes strength. So that might just delay your inevitable a little more.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, Relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, negotiating simply allows us to meet them as equals and won't grant us an upper hand. Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. Rather than idly sit around while the family's got us blocked off, an offensive approach might be a wiser course of action.
So we are storming the castle.
We're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most, and since it's the key to stabilizing the sweet dream, it's vital to the family's interests. By attacking their core interests, they're bound to retaliate hastily. And as the saying goes, haste makes waste.
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, we have a chance at gaining the upper hand. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will be airtight, and if we brute force it, even if we succeed, it's too risky.
So, no one's gonna say anything? Then I'll raise my hand. I know the answer to this question.
You? Of all people? Of course you do. I never doubted you for a second. Looks like we have one more ace up our sleeve. Time for the master stroke.
Why are you speaking like the general of the Law Fu?
Lol.
So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soul Glad TM Festivity Auditions, or something, and it's going to be held in the moment of Scorch Sand. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar, and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important. What's crucial is that we can enter the Grand Theater before the audience arrives.
That's a little risky.
So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions?
I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club. To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along. But now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Robin's hand.
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt, set up by Mikhail to drum up attention. But it looks like it might be worth a shot.
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will you be joining us?
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already completed my final mission. Whether Penacony can awaken from this dream is all down to you.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love for you to visit the Express.
All right. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours you've got on the Express.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy. As long as the Astral Express and Stellaron Hunter's objectives are aligned, we're willing to cooperate with you.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony. I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't ask for a better ending.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scorch Sand Hall. This is where challengers thrive and dream chasers shine, all under the watchful eye of the entire universe.
I thought we'll have at least a second of a break, but no.
If you have ambition, dreams, and the drive, dear friend, the next superstar of Penacony's Charmony Festival could be you!
Oh, wow! They've really outdone themselves! Oh, I'm starting to get excited!
Behold
are you hoping to get out of all this?
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us? It'll be quick.
Your journey is long and fraught with peril, yet under a sky blanketed by banners, you vie for the crown.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty! The beauty, the beauty! Magnificent and majestic!
What?
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brother Lance's focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be winners, but if we don't have fun, we'd all be sinners.
You have journalists for every Ian?
People are pouring in. It kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up. Let's get in there quickly and enter the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way. Make way. Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons and the soul-glad business empire's founder, Mr. Dean. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of Soulglad's factory, Dean Lida. My four friends, introduce yourselves to the audience across the cosmos.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko, a nameless from the Astral Express, and these are my companions.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities?
No.
Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astral Express is so well known, the family won't dare to make any rash moves.
Hello everyone, I am Talia and she's my 7. Hello everyone, I'm the Galactic Baseballer and she's Say Cheese. Hello everyone, Hello everyone. Is it really a good idea to have a talent show in this pivotal moment of our story?
Hello everyone, I'm March 7th. I'm an ordinary girl who loves adventures. Hello everyone, I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who enjoys adventures.
Lol.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be spectacular. Time is precious. My four friends, come with me. Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast.
We look up. Did we already convert? Yeah, we did. So all the POVs converged. And we are back in Beyblade. I like it that they kind of made it all separate, but why there are only like few on this road? Like it feels kinda empty. Also, some of those stuff could happen at the same time. They don't really have to be set in a chronological manner, like the notes on the music score. Like it looks like that thingy you used to be able to play on the instrument. I forget how to name. Don't judge. Yeah, change the teams. This team I was using for Farnet, I think.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.
Hello, welcome to the Origami Bird Flying Race. May you attain the best results. Chirp. Let's take a look at your wings. Oh, you must be here to spectate the races, Chirp. But even if you're not participating, you mustn't slack off on your training, or you will be passed around by Boston. Chirp. Oh, there's another beardie that needs some guidance over there. See you later, my wingless friend. Chirp. There's some kind of energy right here. This harmony? It's kind of harmony. Oh, look at that star surpass all competition, shine brighter than everyone else.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a black.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my first fortune in life. Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the Soul Glad that we all know and love today. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days, and the watchmaker. Scorched Sand Hall is my homage to that time of boundless possibilities.
Okay.
I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstars of Penacony. Now then, is there anything you'd like to say before the competition officially begins?
Nah, we would win. Can we get the ball rolling already? I ain't got all day, capiche? Rest assured, we're gonna take an L in this. I can feel it.
Haha! That's the trailblazing spirit. How about you, Miss March?
Hello, everyone! Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th Adventure, where I'm going to break the speedrun world record!
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits. That's Miss March 7th for you. How about Miss Firefly?
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hoped for.
Ah, a wonderful wish! Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but full of warmth. Waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths to choose from, with unique challenges on each route. And in the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day. A beloved contender whose noble virtues are unrivaled. Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now then, I hereby announce that the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises, has started.
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we must reach the end as quickly as possible. Factoring in efficiency and safety, splitting up into 2 groups is the best choice.
Okay.
March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her. It'd probably be better if the 2 of you paired up.
Yay! Fine by me. Let's do it.
All right. I don't have a problem with that.
Enough chit-chat, let's do this! Say what now? I get to pair up with Firefly and there is no catch? It will be a shoo-in with me around. Hold up, has any of you even bothered to ask me for my consent to this?
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Gaming comments to Disqualified? What? Break opal stone balloons in the audition plaza. Have some stickers. But we don't have stickers.
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, Dream Play Fantasia! In this stage, you can choose between two challenges, the School of Acting or School of Action. In the School of Acting challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts and move the panel judges. In the School of Action challenge, you have to defeat 3 groups of enemies convincingly and reach the end. Now, make your choice.
I feel like the Trailblazer is the type to choose violence. Ooh. What is happening? Click the button on the track and select the challenge area and go.
The champion's crown awaits you on the stage. Welcome to the Arena of Action Stars. Please make your way to the stage and vanquish those malevolent scoundrels with your dazzling fighting techniques. The title of Penacony's next big action star awaits you.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are a total of 3 stages up ahead, each with their own challenges. The enemies you will contend against are antagonists from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams. Defeat them swiftly and decisively to set a new record. It's worth mentioning that the fastest time for this stage was achieved by a contestant with fiery red hair. Astoundingly, he overcame all enemies across the 3 stages in only 5 minutes.
Why do I have the feeling that it was either Luca or Argenti?
Time is of the essence. Let's make this quick.
And both are physical. Cheer, my friend, are you here for the showdown too? Who do you think is gonna win? That dog in the lineup, with its sturdy legs and that vibe it's going on, I reckon it must be a seasoned pro. With my years of experience behind the camera, you gotta trust me. You won't go wrong betting on it. This outcome is a done deal. I have to hurry to another set.
Contestants, you are about to confront the monsters of the primordial dreamscape. During this period, Penacony was nothing but a barren wasteland. The dreamscape was fraught with strife and disorder, with memory zone memes running rampant. As dream chasers who've come to Penacony, defeating them is your first step towards success.
All the Soul Glad is ours! Don't even think about plundering the Soul Glad from us!
Gives me Pokemon Battle vibes. What is this? It looks like a gacha machine!
Nothing major.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
That's half the work. On the still waters of oblivion,
I see through you.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Soul Glad! My Soul Glad!
Okay.
Pretty simple. I just hope these tests don't take too long.
Me too. Okay, we can go further in.
Congratulations on becoming the first group of Dream Chasers! Answering the call from the Watchmaker, you are disappointed to learn that Penacony isn't paved with gold. Resigned to your current plight, you start from the hierarchical dredges, biding your time for a chance at success.
Okay.
Just as you're about to give up, a downpour sparks a business idea. You enter the umbrella business! But just as things are looking up, you encounter a competitor. Defeat them and emerge victorious from this trade war.
Sure.
Why is our opponent so glad?
Because this is Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd festivity auditions of the 20th season!
Isn't this just product placement?
To safeguard the integrity of Soul Glad, I will soar high into the sky and become its shiniest star. Whoosh!
Okay. What's going on?
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
Don't get complacent.
All things in this world. Human creations!
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill fate descends.
Another journey begins on the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Together as one.
I'll see you off.
The dead return!
Nothing major.
Ill tidings manifest.
Free will, or was it destined for oblivion?
A quick divination.
Again?
Just a big metal.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Destiny is ill fate descends.
Another journey I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion.
All things human creations!
The world kisses me with pain, and I provide with Soul Glad in return.
Sure.
Whoosh!
Last challenge. Oh. Another bird. Oh. Who woke me? I long retired and I don't do much predictions anymore. But with my years of experience in the spectator stage, the winner of this match is bound to be that sweet gorilla. With its sinewy muscles of steel and shoulders jam-packed full of soul glad, it has no weaknesses at all. Well, it already lost. Fire, physical, imaginary. Looks like it's got a weak shield. What in the world are you stuttering about? I don't understand. I can already foresee how it's going to trash the next world-captain sweet gorilla. By the name of Dreamville, I'm going to get a refund from the organizer. Ah, it was defeated. Oh, I don't like this. Chirp, you're also here to watch the match. Who have caught your eye? Hold on, you're that one, Loki's good friend, the famous baseballer. If you're around, you're a shoo-in for the champion. The dinosaur can grandstand all it wants. It's still gonna be beaten to a pulp against the baseballer. Goodbye, I'm returning to the Great Tree. This match is a done deal. Chirp! I feel like we need to switch to Kimeko. Kimeko!
Congratulations to our two Dream Chasers for establishing yourselves as budding stars in Penacony. However, now you face a competitor selling at low prices, pushing you to the brink of bankruptcy. No matter how lengthy the battle, you always persevere. Topple this powerful opponent, and the tides will turn, paving a way to success.
None will take my soul glad away from me. I will use the transmutation arcanum to turn into a dinosaur!
Why did it say transmutation arcanum? This is something from Cienjo Lapo! The very important thingy. Or the High Elder.
Oh, dinosaur! Devour my enemies!
What the fuck?
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast!
What the fuck?
Don't get complacent. Eternals, the dead return!
How familiar.
Ow. Ow. I already don't like this.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
On the still waters of oblivion, I weep
La,
for
la,
the
la, la,
departed.
la, la, la.
It too shall fall. You won't get away.
Let's settle this. Receive divinity.
Don't worry, it's just a scrimp.
Mind your manners.
Bloom.
Much obliged. Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Destiny isn't chosen.
You've got a lot of nerve. I have something for you.
Familiar.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
What do you want to know? Ill fate descends.
I underestimated you. Receive divinity.
Destiny's hand
Repay.
has truly blessed me.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Destiny isn't ill tidings manifest.
Death. Death to Dino!
The body with withers, but the Soul-Glad name shall not.
What?
Ah! You truly are a beast! More than I can ever be.
That should do it! Okay. Let's go. Mr. Yang is waiting for us. Isn't this fight way off from the actual storyline?
Transforming into a dinosaur isn't imaginative enough for you? This is the sort of magic only seen on Penacony. Anyway, let's get back on track. Where were we? Oh, that's right. After an extended battle, you finally emerged victorious! But the companion who journeyed to Penacony with you chose to leave, having lost all hope.
What?
In the years that followed, you encountered each other once more on the prosperous streets of Penacony, but dared not call out to one another. Perhaps akin to the lingering regret of every dream chaser.
Wait. Where is that storyline going?
Well done! You brought to life the thrilling action scenes from Once Upon a Time in Dreams with your fighting skills.
Looks like we won! Let's hurry up and get to the next stage.
I'm like, it's hot. It's like this night.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you having fun? Fun is more important than success.
You say so.
Look at the time! You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant did.
Wow.
That red-haired contestant. Who is that exactly?
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul-Glad Enterprises. Gunfire time! You have the option to choose Gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or Time, where you'll face Clucky's trial. Now, make your choice!
Let's go with Tano. I don't know what clock you want. I don't know if it will be a puzzle or emotion.
Dear friends, welcome to the enchanting universe created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you is the morally dubious yet ever charming character from the animated Clocky series, Hanu! It is said that these cartoon characters were inspired by the Watchmaker's own experiences. According to research by Clocky scholars, the original Hanu of reality shared a deep friendship with the Watchmaker, akin to comrades in arms. Enter into the world of Hanu via the TV by the entrance and partake in an enchanting and suspenseful story with him. Good luck in there!
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight, right? I hope this won't waste too much of our time.
Me too. I tried my bestest to hide myself and you still found me. When everyone hid in the balloon, I was the only one who chose a unique hiding spot. I even got upside down to conceal my hair. I've seen this a million times. What other beardies also know about the statue hiding spot? I wasn't the first one who found it. This is unacceptable. Just you wait. You'll never be able to find me the next round.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
Very good! Looks like you've got the hang of it! In this Hanu's Adventure episode, Boss Stone has gathered his battleships for an assault on Dreamville. All Buzzfly, Cousin Wolf, and Bombhead are all raring to go. The brave Hanu must thwart their advance and protect his home! Alas, Hanu presently is ill-equipped to fend off the malevolent mischief makers, which is why he is preparing to seek out the Puzzle Gentleman's aid. Go forth and speak to him.
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you could really use... Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of Dream Jigsaw to blow off some steam?
Actually, the plot dictates that you directly provide aid to us. Is Dream Jigsaw really that intense and thrilling? Gosh, this is the first time I've ever seen you crouch down. Let out a really cool sounding hum. It just might be the coolest hum in history.
Oh my! Are you telling me that Boss Stone has rallied the villains to seize Dreamville? What a dreadful twist of fate! Listen closely, Hanu. I'm aware you're in need of a suitable weapon. And I also know there's one just upstairs. But you know what? You'll have to play an exhilarating round of Dream Jigsaw first. No jigsaw, no moving forward.
That's how the really cool sounding hum. That's not fair. You have to help me now. What do the weapon and Dream Jigsaw have to do with one another? Dreamville is in danger. How do you not understand the predicament? Only someone as cool as you could produce such a cool perfection.
Now scurry along, Hanu, but tread carefully. Two ne'er-do-wells are also eyeing those jigsaw pieces. Either outsmart them with the quick knockout, or ensure they don't catch you in the act. I can't wait to see you finish the Dream Jigsaw. Best of luck, Hanu.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there! If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick?
Down this alley, please, Brother Han. I stacked these books just for you. But it's Brother Han. Why is there a need to stack books for such a low speed? Let out a really cool sounding thing. Hurry up. Any more indecision over this matter and Boss Stone and Slack will catch up. I'll fly out from here and distract them to take the chance to run. Didn't I just defeat that guy? magic. I'm good that I did it because he was like, I hope it will stay confused a little longer.
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back. It appears we can't climb the stairs and
Hey, dream jigsaw.
Oh my! The exquisite sensation of perfect alignment! My organizational itch has been quite thoroughly scratched. Hurry now, Hanu! Touch that TV set and transform back into your old self. Then head upstairs. Your weapon awaits you there.
are such haphazard instructions really okay?
Yeah, they are. They always are like this.
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented. Is that Hanu?
What are you talking about? Is staying in character this much really necessary? I know the answer for this one. Come, the Nakon is in danger. Can you get out of the way?
What exactly is he talking about?
I don't know.
Tick-tock! It's time for me to make an appearance!
Clocky! How come you're here too? Where did you come from? The flock chickens. Help!
Clocky? I can also see him. Is this character part of the show?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like right now! I can be your translator! Tick-tock! Hanu says, battle! We must do battle! The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have no path of retreat for the future of Dreamville! Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
Suspicious. This is what he said! Suspicious-looking TV.
So they just jumped inside that TV. Sheesh. Logic in this plot and dialogue is really being pushed to its limits.
You are now surprised? What's the hurry? Boston is coming at you again. Such a huge ruckus, I reckon not even old Basify and Bumphead can sit still. Run them out of town. Don't panic, friend, we are nothing like those baddies who scream and shout. Because by the moment the words running the baddies out of town come into the minds of Brother Hanu's friends, the deed is done. Goodbye, it's also time for me to deploy. Glory will be with me.
Well, here we go again. Ready? I am gradually getting used to this. Huh. Who knows? I might even be able to perform some high-level moves with Hanu.
Oh, did someone say high-level movies just now? That's right, pal. The upcoming script is just exploding with all sorts of high-level shenanigans. Last we saw, Hanu was preparing for battle. Suddenly, he hears heavy footsteps coming from the hallway. Malevolent mischief makers have broken into his home. But brave Hanu won't go down without a fight. He instantly sprints for the storage room, ready for a do-or-die showdown against the baddies.
Okay.
But we still don't have any weapons in hand.
Guess what? Hanu's favorite bazooka just so happens to be in that storage room. So get a move on.
What a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome if the organizers allowed me to wear armor.
That was a critique! Critique!
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too.
Oopsie.
No, the not so unstoppable Hanu has actually fallen. Quickly, return to the battlefield and seek revenge against the bad guys.
Okay. There's more of them.
Careful. It looks like we've got more company. Get ready to fire!
More of them. Why are there so many of them?
Here we go again. But no big deal. We're pretty handy with this bazooka now.
I wouldn't say so.
unstoppable Honu has been
Oops.
spotted. Everyone, please proceed with caution.
Here we go again. But no big deal.
I'm doing so well. Damn it! Why did it notice me? It didn't notice me before.
Here we go again. That should be all of them, right?
I hope.
Oh my! Honu is on a streak! Everyone! The stage is complete! Quickly! Head through the TV to the next stage!
Well, that's that. But it is gonna be hard to let go of this bazooka. Never mind. Let's hurry over to the next stage.
How many stages is there?
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves! But, unfortunately, there is only one who can be Penacony's festive superstar. In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to become the festive superstar.
Okay.
Welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival's third stage in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises Superstar Showdown.
There is no choice anymore. I guess this is the last stage. Oh, so there is a third. Superstar Showdown Arena 1. Superstar Showdown Arena 2.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Yeah, Argenti. This is him. As long as I know it will be him. My great friend, it's truly an honor to meet you. Not even the stars in the sky can match your heroic valor. May we stand together to defend Dreamville, stones and branches, and Soulglad. It doesn't sound similar. Is that so? Maybe he doesn't like to drink Soulglad. Goodbye, I have to defend the ice, Soulglad, or all of it will be snatched by the other Beardies later. This will end badly, I guess, but we never won a battle against Argenti. Or... Please wait, my beautiful lady. By the glorious light of beauty, I never thought I would see you again. In such turbulent times, your kind faces are as spring's gentle breeze, bringing solace to my scorched heart.
Are you a knight of beauty?
He is a knight of buttering up. Oh. So the red-haired contestant was you all along. Will you be participating in the Charmony Festival as well? Upon hearing of the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, in a cosmos unguarded by the beauty, disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed by tending to the sick and injured. Fortunately, the mini rabbit mech pilot, stray cat duelist, galactic ninja, and quad drive Intellictron along with 32 other souls in distress all emerged from their predicament safe and sound. I then led them all here to revel in the harmony with the countless other splendid beings. It is the beauty, it's dazzling. You're quite the savior, aren't you? I'm busy saving the world. Could you please make way? Saving the world? Well, the righteous act of beauty. If that's the case. No, that won't do. The rules of the contest are sacred and inviolable, just like the beauty. What would be the noble's choice? We need to seal the Stellaron Penacony. I'm begging you, all I speak is the truth.
That's right. This magnificent dream is built upon the Stellaron and the countless sacrifices of many people.
Oh, to encounter deeds so vile, they steer one's very soul. However, present-day Penacony bears no marks of the Stellaron stains, and the family has always been renowned for spreading harmony. How can I be sure your words hold true? Tell the truth about the Watchmaker and the Stellaron. You don't trust your dear friend?
If I'm not wrong, the Knights of Beauty also received an invitation from the Watchmaker, right?
That's right, but what does this have to do with the Stellaron? Also, why he's not voiced?
Actually, we've already met the Watchmaker.
You revealed Sergeanty all the truths. It's clear to me now. Evidently you are traveling in pursuit of the beauty's ideals. Go forth, my dear friend, beautiful miss, the audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here, gazing from afar as you bask in the limelight, joining the audience in offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
Thank you, Knight of Beauty. We don't have much time left. May we meet again. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
I just got an achievement for being honest. Okay, now it should be the finish line.
Congratulations to the Galactic Baseballer and Firefly on becoming this Scorched Sand Festival's champions! We Festival.
Okay.
Let's give a round of applause to our aspiring young guests.
Sure. Great. Why this music reminds me of this way?
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the Grand Theater, I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
The villain appeared! Why he's standing in my way? What are you doing here? You already worked things out with the Dream Master. All I get are sincere congratulations. Where are my stellar jades?
As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus.
I don't trust you. Whatever you say, I don't trust it.
Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Why he has to be such a pain in the ass?
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence.
What Robin said to this, I can't imagine that she agreed.
Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
There's nothing wrong with being the fittest. Oh no. A sweet dream paradise doesn't sound too bad. I don't know. Why are you asking me?
That's not the point. Don't let him mislead you.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't have another option in March.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Ms. Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
Evil! I see evil. A while ago.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
How did you came to that conclusion? It was never mentioned before that nobody will be able to wake up again.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority. Do you have any suspects?
Yes, he's standing next to us.
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
Wow. Someone is offended.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call. Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
Oh no, something is afoot!
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced...
Just a moment.
Huh. Yeah, Wells was like, something is else here.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
He's so unhappy.
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the Great One? Shipe.
I don't know, maybe some other god.
Perfectly harmonize it. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Yay! Well, you are so smart. That man is destroying everything they are standing on.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
Alone and without allies. Do you know Welt? Do you know Welt at all? You think he's powerless? He is isekai protagonist. He has plot armor.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
Oh no.
What?
Evil!
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
Evil!
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Is the Order the name of the other Eon?
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
Huh. Two Eons existing as one.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
Like you gave them the adventure in time alone to ponder his fate too? This is called psychological torture! She's your sister, you asshole!
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we?
Oh, no.
Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed.
You want to talk terms with us? Stop beating around the bush and get to the point. Give Mr. Yang back to us, now.
Smart kid. You're just as sharp as the other one.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life.
How it is that he has such noble ideas and still ends up doing bad things? Do you see the dissonance, like the irony, the hypocrisy?
Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
Oh, I hate it here. Another phrase that is used incorrectly. Natural selection is not about death. Natural selection is about mating and female mates picking males according to what they think will be the most advantages for survival. This is natural selection. They are choosing the best male to have babies, and then these babies, if they chose right, will have the best genes and the best adaptability to survive in the environment that is surrounding them, and will help them evolve further. The same as the survival of the fittest, natural selection works this way, that you pick the best genes to survive, and it's not like strongest survives. Actually, to the contrary, the strongest can die in an instant if they don't possess the right genes and adaptability to survive what happens. This is exactly why dinosaurs don't exist anymore. I mean, in the previous version, they exist as birds because the ones who survived were the small ones who were the best adapted to survive what happened on the planet, and they turned into birds. You can see my autism going out. You can, because this is so annoying. This is so frustrating. I hate this. Why can't people use the phrases in the correct meaning? Why do they always have to distort it into some battle between the strong and the weak? It's not how it works.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means.
Bullshit! You didn't believe shit!
I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal.
Well, at least the fact that they are following Eon-named Order explains why he was so displeased about the idea of chaos. I don't know. Chicken wings, if you understand, but everything comes from chaos, and chaos is a natural state of being. Order is just imposed laws, and they are not always right. Sometimes chaos needs to destroy order to bring a new era of peace.
So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
You have imprisoned us. Who in their right mind would expose their inner self like that?
That means...
we can destroy it from the inside.
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails.
Wait, what?
Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment.
Oh my god. He's the guy who believes in predetermined fate. I hate people like that.
Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
Oh no, he's trying to force me to make a moral judgment. Why there are only two choices? This is so annoying. Like, there's always more things that you can do. You could build a nest and build some kind of protective shell around it so the birdie would survive the winter, but no, you're only presenting me with two arbitrary choices and you say either one or the other, there is no bird.
I can't decipher decipher his intentions right now. But based solely on that question, I would probably choose to build that dove a cage. Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear it'd never get the chance to fly ever again.
Huh? What would he make us say?
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. If it's just a quiz, I suppose it's fine to humor him. Back to the question. I would personally choose to build the little Charmony dove a cage. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even live to that point, then there's nothing to talk about to begin with.
Okay, so there's 2 for the cage.
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? But fine, I'll answer, I guess. If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little Charmony dove. After all, leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something. And that'd just be too sad.
Why the color scheme is suggesting the right choice? Because this colorful one looks like the right choice, and this one looks like a bad choice. What should I pick? I don't like having this choice. I just feel like I should pick different one of those five. But I also agree with the cage and the release later. Okay, everybody took this, so let's do this. Or build a cage for it and feed it, giving it the atmosphere from within, the warmth of a home. Make the decision.
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. If your mind is made up, let me reveal the outcome of this choice. We passionately nursed it back to health, preparing only the best food for it every day. We even preened its feathers. Later, on the day that Robin left Penacony, we opened the cage door and let it fly back into the sky. I watched it for a long while by the window, probably about 3 or so days. In those 3 long days, the little Charmony dove tried again and again to spread its wings to fly into the sky, but fell to the ground, only to keep trying. Finally, on the 137th attempt, it succeeded. But its attempt did not go perfectly. After flying unsteadily for a while, it fell to the ground, unable to grasp the direction of the air currents. The fall shattered its wings. It writhed helplessly in my embrace. But it was all for naught, finally succumbing to a painful demise. And in that instant, our tender care, our given love and hopes, they all became the inevitable push that sent it to its death. I deeply regret the choices we made. Next, let us head to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the Dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life, except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me, I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels, until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
I feel like Sunday is doing something that is really not recommended by any therapist in existence. You can't look at your actions in hindsight and decide that everything was your fault because it started from your choice. Because it takes away the agency of everyone else in that past. You are not the most important person in the universe. You are not the one who determines the fate of others. Even if you didn't do what you did, it was always their choice. Even that little birdie, it was its choice to try and fly. It was not anybody's fault that it died.
This question... Surely it has some connection to the baby bird story. And this connection is precisely the breakthrough Sunday aims to use to persuade us. I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
A Dream Chaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the Bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend him a hand. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story, I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all. He sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible. With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhounds send him back home. This person deserves to be punished.
The first time they are not saying the same thing. But considering our issue with Firefly, who was also a stowaway, I guess we'll choose this one. Enforce the law. I also don't like how it's worded, the other one. Enforce the law. It's really clear that the game's trying to suggest that those choices on the left are the right choices and the choices on the right are the wrong choices. It's even visible in the color schematic. But I also think that those choices are not that black and white. Like, for example, choices on the left are upholding the type of I don't care about anything kind of mentality. And the choices on the left are the kind choices. And Sunday is trying to show us that kindness leads to ruin and that being cold leads to good. things. So I will be choosing against his choices, even though those are the choices he also made before. Make the decision.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. Out of respect, I'll share with you the dire consequences that my choice back then brought about. First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status. He might not have become a tycoon like old Audie, but he was considered a character of excellent repute. Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the Hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying Bronze Melodia. The mission was simple. Listen to the criminal's repentance. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, he instead responded with a question. What children? In the end, my heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value, turning instead into a wrongdoing. It created a lamentable oppressor and countless oppressed individuals. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision, and the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen? Miss Robin.
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the Harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences, because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
This time, it's the reverse.
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. And here I was thinking she was just another superstar celebrity. But the fact that she is also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood, no matter how grand the ambition.
It's not his choice.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. In the dream, I see blurry faces. I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them, fighting for survival against some unfathomable force. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. But I also remember they chose never to give up. Just like Miss Robin. If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled, you should find the answer from your own experiences. With each trailblaze, dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away? Would you stop March and Don Hung from reaching their next destination? I believe you have an answer of your own in your heart.
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price, I don't know what I'd do.
Okay, look at this. This time we have the opposite of the previous choices. On the left, we have the right choice. On the right, we have the wrong choice. Why? Okay. On the left, when there was a bird, leaving it outside was putting it in danger. But at the same time, it was upholding the natural law that the animals would attack it and kill it. But the rule of kindness was that we chose the left to nurture it in home and then leave it. The only issue with that choice is that nobody was trying to support that bird dog in trying to learn how to fly. Sunday was just watching it and watching it and watching it. He was not trying to secure anything for that bird to succeed, like put something on the ground so if it fell it wouldn't suffer from the fall. But at the same time, that outcome is exactly what happened also in nature. The second choice was to stay silent to the perceived poor person's issue and let the law catch up to them, or help the person that you at the moment thought was a good person who didn't lie to you. You can't predict if someone is lying to you. Helping someone who is lying to you and then seeing the bad outcome doesn't put any of the blame on you. Because that person lied. That was their choice. They chose to lie. They chose to do everything they did. And it was not your fault that they fooled you. With the dog, I feel like there was no good choice. With the dream chaser, I feel like the second choice, the right one, was the best one, because why should you sacrifice your own kindness because other people are shit? This is all on other people, not you. You shouldn't have to stay. You shouldn't have to abandon your kindness only to avoid other people's bad choices. You can't really control everybody. Here, on the other hand, the right choice is literally that. Controlling Robin, trying to keep her in the cage like a bird, and not let her spread her wings and do what she wants. And the right choice, the left choice, is the choice to let Robin make her own choices and live her own life, no matter what happens. So we are choosing this one. Make the choice.
I see.
It was her choice.
I am now aware of everyone's stances.
Why should I take away her agency just because I'm worried about her? I won't just put someone in a cage so they would be unhappy forever, especially if their choice is too weak.
Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak.
Yeah, and how are you supposed to protect the weak from the strong that govern them, that will exploit them, and will do exactly the same as they are doing now? What's the difference between harmony and order? Because I see nothing. The strong governing the weak doesn't mean that the strong won't exploit the weak and won't use everything in their arsenal to make their lives miserable. Maybe you should try different type of thinking someday. Maybe you should try, I don't know, Marxism, where the weak band together and raise above the strong.
I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all.
Also, he said some sentence about that this world is only full of advantages to heroes. But like I said before, if all the weak band together, they can defeat the hero. Like, imagine, hero is just a one person. They can be destroyed by the masses. And the same comes to the disadvantageous circumstances and environment around you. When people band together to survive, they are a living proof that you can. This is exactly what the people of Sigonia did. They banded together and they lived on the desert and they managed to survive despite all the hardship, and the only reason why they are dead is because they were attacked by a band of lunatics who hated them. They didn't have the strength in number then. I doubt they had any weapons, and IPC abandoned them, even though they were supposed to protect them. It's not the fault of their circumstances, it's the fault of the strong who can't stop abusing their own power. And in Order's Paradise Dream, it's also not set in stone that strong will not abuse their power.
We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion. a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest.
Can he stop using this phrase, especially if he's using it in an incorrect meaning?
Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order.
Bullshit. I hate this. This is the typical order versus nature argument. That order is better than nature. Since when? Order is not better than nature. Nature may be harsh, but it's also creative, it's free, it's chaotic, it gives opportunity, but order locks you in a cage and it limits your choices and paths. It imposes laws that you have to follow in order to survive, or in order to be accepted in the order. It's basically like cult mentality versus nature.
That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days.
Did they just ascribe not working to the villain of the story? Because this pisses me off so much. Also, one problem with his idea of 7 days of rest. People are creatures who get easily bored. So work would still have to exist. So we would have to be able to do some kind of work so we could keep ourselves entertained in some way. Like, imagine the world in which there are robots who do all the works that for us and we don't have to do anything. Would people choose to lie down and do nothing? Of course not. People are bored. Pandemic showed it. That people are so bored that they keep doing stuff, keep making music and other stuff. So the solution is not to not work at all and rest all the time. It's to work only when you want to work, and so the work wouldn't be like that you have to work for survival, because the current system is set like this, that if you don't work you can't survive. So you can't afford a house, you can't afford healthcare, you can't afford food, because otherwise... I lost my sentence. What I was saying is that we work because we have to. The world which most people want is the world in which we work, but not because we have to. Things like food, shelter, and other basic stuff should be mandatory for everybody. This is the correct way. And work shouldn't be something that we do because we have no other choice. It should be something that we choose to do because we want to. So, in the Sunday's idea of 7 days of rest, I guess humanity would get exceedingly bored.
And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations.
I don't like that they are putting the idea of lack of work and rest on the villain, because it kind of makes you think that the evil idea.
There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss.
Where is this empathy that you are trying to preach to me when you were talking with Aventuring?
Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
It is flawed. Humans are not created to sit on their asses for 7 days and face no hardships.
But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Sacrificial play is bad!
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
Yeah, exactly. He's all the time, when he was making that monologue, he was all the time talking about the dream, not reality. He was talking as if he wanted the reality to be like this, but he wants the dream to be like this. Or
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
so we choose to live in Matrix now?
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
Exactly.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams.
Bullshit! We sleep because our brain can't work without the time to sort everything we face during the day. Also, not everybody has dreams. Also, not everybody remembers dreams. So why should we not want to wake up from a dream if we don't even remember it? Or remember having it? I have mostly dreams that are like blackness. I don't remember any dream. And even if I had dreams, they were always bullshit. So why should I want to stay with them? He is really selling us some deep shit, isn't he? He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it that the brain is not made this way. We need to rest. That's why we think. That's the most easy answer to this.
But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature. And from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright.
Exactly. Imposing some paradise on them because you think it would be better for everyone is trampling over their agency.
The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide.
Exactly.
Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Huh? So it is part of the plan? Mikhail! You predicted this will happen not long ago.
What is this place?
Misha!
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
Well, I was sure he had a connection. It was also my idea to bring him here.
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct.
This place looks a bit familiar.
Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
All right, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose? Do you have any idea, Misha?
Why the storyline is so long?
I guess... maybe this way?
Maybe. Be more sure.
I'm not entirely sure, but... let's give it a try.
Wait, you you manage to choose the right door on your first try?
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was a toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
What? I didn't hear anything.
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But, Mikhail...
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Perhaps it's merely a coincidence.
Are you sure about
Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just a coincidence? So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey, and it's been quite a while since I last saw him. So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? Tick-tock. Tick-tock. I heard some noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can Origami Birds be sailors?
Could you tell us more about the Compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
Why do I have the feeling that this sea is a cold one?
You know, I quite understand such sentiments.
Don't sigh or you will start getting gray hair. You're talking like an elder.
I'm not an elder. I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further.
Okay, tell me what you remember.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember this corridor. Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
Captain Misha! Cross our correct zone times. Cross the ocean is our destination.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky! You're here! Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea in search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky, an ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find the exit. But where can we find the last piece?
Do you remember? You said you obtained a mysterious shard when you stumbled into this place.
Check the inventory.
Hey, the shape seems to match. So this shard is also connected to Misha?
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth. Let's get to the other side and investigate.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockwork and gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home.
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Yeah, you're the only one still in the dark. Too bad I don't know either.
March, do you remember when she mentioned the clocky that only she could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few? It's just like a hidden message, left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme.
Well, then who was Acheron protecting in that one scene long ago? Like, I thought she saw Misha at the time. Because it was said that she was protecting someone from those people.
I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away?
Yeah, I kind of had this idea.
And the whistle you heard was the sound of the Express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure, a name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork, or simply, Misha.
This is how was he named. Yeah, I was kind of suspecting that he was Mikhail.
If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I'm only a reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. Friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However,
He somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in her dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Asdana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you, for the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone, let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
I will choose the Trailblaze!
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this dream and tell Mikhail our decision.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me? Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
Well, it's hard to explain, but I knew it could be fixed. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train? You're its mechanic now. As for the conductor, I'll do the talking.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop.
I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home.
The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Hanunu needs us. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of trailblaze will continue.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. Leave in peace, my friend. And, take this with you.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why?
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come. Farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget to write to us.
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Tiernan. I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next Watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea. Wanna hear it?
Oh, come on! Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron will go to the grave with you.
Yes, I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Astana. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade, and send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here.
So, a desperate struggle against the family?
Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what hasn't been challenging for us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflux Reef. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met. I want to write down that dream.
Write it down? Why?
Oh,
so I won't forget it. Do you remember how you got your name, Clocky?
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your best friends.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail together.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandma gave it to me that I realized it wasn't a pocket watch at all. It was a compass. So, your name should have been Compassy. And the watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I've traveled far enough. It's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you. Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do. With the clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
He's so shocked.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon.
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage. Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there, in all fairness. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Ooh! Ooh! New path! Tread on a brand new path. Harmony. Imaginary. Why is imaginary like harmony? Nessun Dorma. Destruction is physical. Preservation is fire. And harmony. Switch to the path of harmony. Light cones and relics for the Trailblazer who walk on different paths are independent of each other. Well, I can't switch to this one because I don't have a light cone for it. But the game wants me to choose this. You can trial the current path here to further understand the combat mechanics. Well, I don't have time for this. The time for the stream ended, and we still didn't finish the story. This is so annoying! I was wondering when we will get the new path, because all Ciendula who didn't give us any. Anyway, I feel like we'll have to wait. For the next time to finish this, because I don't have any more time. Why is the story so long? It was like more than 6 hours. I was playing 7 hours and it still didn't end. Anyway, I guess I will go. I'll just go. Okay, bye. That ending was so sad, but also so inspiring.